Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
Hell no, he can
Be
buy his own
independent.
shit.
Be independent.
No, he makes me a meal. What the fuck?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man.
No, take it back. Oh, I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How
I
many
have
kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to go see?
His friends kind of became my friends. And one of our friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started banging her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
Not anymore, they're not.
Truth.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. God damn! I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
God damn! Okay, have a good day. If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't.
I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to, that's kind of a big number.
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know, and I have a child and I love children and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. And that's a deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah. I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. It's just strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics, you know, like I think it's strange, you know, so it's a personal preference.
No, that's
Okay.
good.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other kids, and I do only have one kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't want to have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids, because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy, like why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
My grandma said there are only two things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about. Original or extra crispy?
What's up, guys? Boogie back again with another live stream. Shout out to you guys for always supporting your boy. We got a fire show today. We got plenty of videos we're going to be going through. So, you know, buckle up, like the video as you're coming in. Like the video, share, subscribe. Road to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there. So let me get the first video ready and then we'll get into it. You see the title? The days of six figures are gone. And unfortunately, women are asking you to give them 5 figures a month just to date them. We're going to be reviewing that as well. It's coming up. So let's get into it first and then we see what's up. Let's start off with Ashley. All right. Let's go over here.
So I'm Daria. I'm 24 and I'm in a relationship. I've been with him for like a year and a half. And it's just going really well. But the thing is I'm kind of shy. Kind of soft spoken, like everybody's always like, "Oh, you're so nice." And he's like a big personality and everything. And I think sometimes it's easy for me to just be like Jonathan or my man's girlfriend, you know?
But I
And
think that's a good yin and yang, Gary. Usually it's someone who's introverted and extroverted, whether it's in friendships or relationships. I think that's always a good pair.
I think so too, but I also I'm kind of tired of people like someone at church will call me like little Jonathan. I'm like, you know, I want to be seen for me, you know.
So you feel like you're getting lost in his shadow. Is that what you're feeling?
sometimes I think that can happen because I joined the church because that was his church, and like I just came to love it on my own, so I'm just kind of working on
She wants
being
attention.
confident for myself outside of, because like my job is going well, I'm saving some money, getting into my skincare and everything. I got a little routine going on. Yes, I did my
Okay.
skincare this morning.
Love that. Okay, okay.
How
So
about
it sounds
losing
like
weight?
you're working on you. How about you just step into that? You don't
Yeah.
have to fall into his shadow. You can allow him to be him, and then you can show up as you. Like,
Exactly.
I'm Daria. This is what
She
I
just wants
have going on.
attention.
I'm
Although
working on
you're
it.
shy, you have to work on that. You have to work on it. Mhm.
So you think it's just like every day, just kind of practice it.
Every day. Like when you go out, I always say, especially on TikTok, I always say, when you go to the bodega, when you go to the Dunkin' Donuts, the coffee shop, say hello. You see the older lady, say, hi, ma'am, how are you today? You see a girl who has a nice dress on, oh, girl, I love your shirt. Little things like that helps you be more outspoken. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
It just sounds like she just wants attention because her boyfriend gets all the attention because he's outspoken. She feels he's taking all the attention from her, but that's weird. She just said in 1 minute that she has a good boyfriend, the relationship is going well, but now she's calling a dating show asking how to get the attention, the same attention as the boyfriend is getting. It's never enough for these women, man. Even when she claims she has a good relationship, she's still trying to find a way to get attention from people. This brings me back to, you guys remember how Ayisha Curry said Steph Curry gets all the attention? It's the same thing.
All right. And then you're already working on you. So as you start to work on you, that's also going to help with your self confidence.
She needs to lose weight.
All right.
He tries to help me, like we'll go shopping together and I'm like, do you like this? And he'll be like, do you like it? I'm like, that's not what I asked you. But, I appreciate him trying to do it, trying to make me step into, who I am.
But clearly, it's not enough.
Absolutely. But he's absolutely right. Do you like it? What do you like? What are you into? And I'm happy that he's pushing that. Like, he wants you to make decisions on your own. That's a beautiful thing. It doesn't sound like he's trying to control you or anything. No.
But it's
He's
not
like,
enough.
who are you? What do you like? And you need to decide that for you. At least that's what I'm hearing.
This lets me know this is how women find an issue where there's no issue. So she's claiming, even Ashley is saying it, and I usually don't agree with Ashley, but Ashley just acknowledged that the guy is actually a good guy. He's not trying to control her and things like that, but she's still trying to find an issue. They sabotage themselves from good relationships. I can guarantee you a year from now, 2 years from now, she's going to find some random issue because he's not perfect.
I'm working on it. It's like, and I got me a little girl group now. Some girls that I really like, cause I don't like when girls are like, oh, I don't like hanging out with girls. I'm like, I want me some girlfriends. So
Absolutely.
yes, they are pushing me, and I started talking to one. We're kind of like-minded, trying to, well, not today, but trying to work on wearing some colors and dressing for me. What does Daria like? I'm trying to start wearing some bright colors. I had on a bright blue shirt today, so I was feeling cute, feeling a little cute. So.
And you can tell she's a pretty girl, but imagine if she lost at least, because she's upwards of 300 pounds. From just looking at her, she seems like she's 300 plus pounds. But imagine she lost 150 pounds. She would be like the typical body that they talk about, because you can tell she has a naturally beautiful face. It's just chunky. But imagine she lost 150 pounds. She would be bad. So I think the confidence she's looking for is probably in the gym. That's where she would find the confidence.
All right. So she's stepping into her own. I love that, Daria. So yes, keep working on you and keep us updated. Let us know how it goes, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Bye-bye.
I think in a year or two, she's going to break up with that guy because of her insecurities. But I think it's more based on the fact that it's never enough for a woman. Even when they get everything in a man, they get the good man they want, they always try to find an issue with it. So at the end of the day, if she doesn't fix that, she's gonna sabotage a good relationship. Anyway, there's another Ashley here. Let's go to it. Right here. I think she comes on right here.
So I just got in a new relationship. It started on May 8th.
Okay.
And I feel like he's perfect. He's so patient with me. He's like everything I need.
So what's the issue?
But you know, I know exactly what I want since I was a kid and now I'm 18. Like I literally have this whole list of like
They
all the
always
check
have long
marks that I
list.
want, and he's not meeting certain things. But I'm able
You just said he's perfect. Now you're saying he's not meeting certain things. What more do you want from me? In Tyree's voice.
to
Hold on, Tiana. You started by saying you guys been together for 1 month. Then you followed up and said he's perfect.
Exactly.
And now you showed me a list of things and said he's missing a few of the things. So two things can't be true. Perfect and then but right after perfect.
I feel like these are things that's like he can work on in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, the whole like sprinkle movement, I know I'm 18. I don't even have any bills to pay. But like I just can't get it out of my head. And he's not rich. I'm not rich either, but I just can't get it out of my head. Like
She's 18.
How
That's the
old is he?
mindset.
Is he 18 too?
He's 23. Well, he's 23.
The average 23-year-old is not a millionaire. The average. Maybe if he's a big live streamer like Kai Sanat or something, but that's not every 23-year-old. Is he in college? Is he in school?
We're both in the military.
Okay, yeah. So y'all both are building. Y'all both are making some sort of income if you're in the military, right?
Yes.
Okay, so who do you want him to be? What do you want him to be?
Well, I feel like I have a lot of things going on. I'm in college. I have this job, and then I'm also going into real estate. And I just want somebody to like match my, because I have so many things going on, and I want somebody to match that.
You're 18 for heaven's sake. Do you guys see how the feminist mindset of I want a rich man, the sprinkle kind of mindset is affecting even the young girls? They claim Andrew Tate is affecting young boys. But now see, she's 18, dating a man who's 23, and she's talking about, oh my God, I have so many ambitions. I want a man who matches my energy. She's 18. And remember, the mindset is not going to change. It's going to stay the same mindset, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50. She's going to skip on so many good men because the way she's talking, this relationship is already over. Within a year, if the boyfriend cannot buy her a Chanel bag, she's going to leave him. Within a year, if the boyfriend cannot take her to a trip to Cancun, she's going to leave him. But even at 50 years old, it's the same mindset. It never changes.
Like your ambition. Sorry, Tiana, cut you off. Your ambition and your drive is what you're saying. Is he not as ambitious as you are?
Yes, because the whole point of me dating somebody older than me was to get that benefit, and I'm not getting it, you know.
She's a gold digger at 18
okay,
years.
so you didn't ask those questions when before you guys made it official? You didn't think to ask those questions like, what are you into? What are you working on? What's important to you? Those type of things.
I feel like the words were there, but the actions weren't.
He's 23.
Okay, so the only thing from the list of things, because you did say he was perfect, that he's missing is that he's not ambitious. He has no drive.
But you said he's perfect.
Like he says he does, but I'm not seeing it.
She expects him to have millions of dollars at 23. Oh my God, man. Guys, we are cooked. We are fucking cooked. He is 23 and she's expecting him to have ambition of a 50-year-old man and have money of a 50-year-old man. Oh my God.
Well, I would think he does have some sort of drive if he's in the military. So he signed up to be in the military.
Exactly.
Outside of being in the military, is he in school? Or is he trying to learn something new? Or is he doing real estate? What are the things that
Military should be enough. Not very many people can go to the military. That's ambition enough. He doesn't have to add school and real estate and do a multiple things to be ambitious.
does he have going on?
Just that.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, so what do you want to do? What would make you happy? That's my question to you.
Nothing can make a woman happy. Nothing.
What do you mean?
What would make you happy? You're saying he's perfect, but he's missing things off of the list. So it sounds like you're not happy. So what would make you happy in this situation? Do you want to stay? Do you want to leave? What would make you happy?
I can't imagine leaving right now.
Okay.
But I just want him to, I'd never want to pick my credit card up in front of him. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so do you guys, when you go out to date, let's say you go to Applebee's or Fridays, do you feel like you're paying for certain things? Or you're splitting the bill?
Yep, we're splitting it. Sometimes he pays, sometimes I pay.
Okay, and are you aware of his finances? Is he making a lot of money in the military right now? Does he have bills that he has to pay or overhead or things like that?
Yeah, he has bills and I don't.
So why are you complaining?
He has bills and you don't. And have you had that conversation with him? Hey, babe, you know, maybe when we go to dinner, I would like you to cover it. Have you talked to him about that?
Yeah, and he does sometimes, but I don't want the 50-50 thing.
You're 18 for heavens. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. God help us. Oh my God. You are 18 for heaven's sake. You're not a single mom. You're not married. You don't have no bills. And you say he's perfect. He's in the military. You said he has bills. And you think you can't even.
Percent.
Yeah, but in this situation, again, like I said, he's not Kai Sanat. The average 23-year-old is building. They don't have lots of money. So he's probably only doing what he can do at 23. Granted, he could probably pick up another job, but he's still trying to grow and find his way as a young man. So the expectations you have for him, I can't say that he's going to 100% show up in that way. You would have to date someone older. Exactly, Dana. You would have to date someone older, someone who's more established. However, you get to decide.
You see, women are the ones who tell other women to date older men. She's 18. She doesn't want to date a man who's 23 because he doesn't have money. And then they're telling her to date older. So we're talking about 30. But then they're going to claim the man who's 30 years old is a predator for dating an 18-year-old girl who wants him. Do you see? Yet they're looking for, they look for these guys, the older guys, because they got money. But they call the men the predators. You see the mindset? Ashley tells women to find rich men. Now, women who are 18 years old, 18-year-old girl, has a mindset of a gold digger, and it's all to blame for these older women who are only always talking about money.
Decide what you want to do. Because someone at 23 is not going to be able to pay all your bills, the average 23-year-old. Pay all your bills and do all the things for you. And if that's the guy you want, you're going to have to level up, Tiana. If that's the lifestyle, and I'm going to be very honest with you right now, if that's the lifestyle you want, if that's the man you want, there's a lot of other things that come with that. You will have to do another level up in your life.
You're going to have to open them legs.
Because when you sit in front of that man, you're going to think you're ready. Oh, yeah, he's paying for dinner and things. And then it's going to be something else.
She's going to have to.
So I want you to sit down and really think about it. What is it that you want in your life? Outside of someone who pays the bills or pays for dinner, what else do you want? Okay.
She's going to learn how to open them legs so early. And trust me, guys, once women start this lifestyle, so let's say I already know she's going to break up with her boyfriend because she's trying to find a richer guy, an older guy. But once she goes into that lifestyle of finding, let's say she finds one rich guy who gives her everything she wants, and then she has to open them legs because it's not going to be free. It's not like she's going to find an 80-year-old rich man whose dick doesn't work. She's going to find 50, 40, maybe even 30 years old who's spending money on her. She's going to open her legs. But once she does it one time and then she breaks up with that guy, it's going to be a crazy effect, a rolling effect. It's going to be the same. She's going to have to rinse and repeat. Meet another rich guy, open them legs, get a bag. Meet another guy, open them legs, get the chicks clapped over and over and over again. And then by the time she reaches 35 and 40, she's going to look for you, the nice guy, to make you wait for marriage. So, because she's now a born again virgin.
Okay? I'm not telling you to leave him. I'm not telling you to stay with him. I want you to make that choice for yourself. What are you hearing?
I feel like I'm letting the social media and stuff get to my head.
It is.
Because like I said, he has the whole list, but except for the money. And I feel like he could get there, but it's a what if,
It's not a what if, it's going to take time. So usually that doesn't happen for a man till around after 30. I would even say 35.
40.
I would even say 35. That's when they really get settled. They really step into their heart, who they are as a man, and they have some type of income. But at 23, again, if you're not a live streamer or you're not selling ebooks on Instagram or TikTok, the average 23-year-old is not making money like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's something to think about, Tiana. And let me also say this goes for all the Tianas and all the young girls watching here today, and even the older girls. There's nothing wrong with watching video clips on TikTok, on social media, and consuming these content and clips. However, what is your real life like, and what are you consuming? So when you go out into the world, I want you to think about, how am I showing up? What am I attracting? It's okay that we want a millionaires, right? But are we being millionaires? Are we showing up in that way? Are we attracting those type of men and friends in our lives? Those are the things I want you to think about, Tiana. Am I attracting that right now, even with a boyfriend? So if I leave my man today, did I have a millionaire man or a provider man try to come and hit on me or say he want to take me out or X, Y, and Z? That's what I want you to think about right now. And that's me being very real with you.
It doesn't even matter. Even if she had 10 millionaires hitting on her, it's not like they're going to take her serious. They're just going to be like, oh, yeah, I got a young girl, young lady, clap them cheeks, and they move on. So I understand what Ashley is trying to say, but at the end of the day, Ashley and Sprinkle are preaching to women that they're going to find these rich men out here. And then the women pass on the good guys, because she literally just had a list of saying the boyfriend meets everything on my list, but the only thing he doesn't have is the money. So she's going to leave that guy, try to look for the rich guy, and she's going to look for the rich guy for the next 20, 25, sometimes 30 years, because she's never going to find that guy. She may find a guy who has the money, but who doesn't treat her nice. And then she's going to complain. A guy who has the money, but make her a single mom. And then she's going to want a good guy later on. And they always have a list of things that men should do for them. But I can guarantee you, she has a book, because I don't know if you guys saw, she has an actual list of what men should give her, or what the type of man she wants. But I can guarantee you, she doesn't have a list of what she gives a man. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. I can guarantee.
Because like I said, he has the whole list.
Right there. She's showing a list of the type of man she wants and what he should have. But if you look in that book, she doesn't have a list of things she's going to give that man. She only has a list of things the man should give her. Give me, the selfishness. We are cooked. We are cooked. Anyway, shout out to Ashley, man. But I hope this is a telltale sign, man. We thought just 35, 50-year-old women wanted rich men. She's 18 years old and she's already thinking about a rich man. All because of Ashley and all those sprinkler ladies. Anyway, shout out to you guys who joined me today for the show. Like the video as you're coming in. Get the likes up, support your boy so other people can come join us, all right? Let's go to the next video. Let me see. Where should we go next? Hold on, this could be a nice video too.
Hello, Nari. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, I just saw the
All right, I have
young lady that
another
spoke, and
financial.
unfortunately,
All right, this might be a financially one too. Let's go.
that is the truth. You know, I've grown up with quite a few friends who, once you do get to a certain age, certain people just can't be happy for you, and that is unfortunate. And especially and I think another thing that just kind of came to mind too is funny. So I'm watching the show, but I was looking at like a lot of conferences to attend. So I think that's like another way to again just find other more like-minded people in your life is go to conferences, women's conferences, start volunteering more. But just in general, after a certain age, you're just gonna have a hard time making friends. I think that's why like, a lot of people go to college. Back in the day, we used to go to college to get married.
Hold on.
Married, you know, and now it's just you do go to college for networking, for opportunities. So I think she just needs to keep doing that. She needs to find more organizations with other like-minded people, and I think she'll be fine. But you are going to have a hard time making friends, definitely after 21. But I did have a question for you.
All right, here we go.
So I'm watching quite a bit of your content, and I know like you've seen a couple of like little slightly delusional people talking about how they want to marry a millionaire and all of that, not fully understanding what those requirements are. So for me, I'm not like aspiring to marry a millionaire or anything like that, but I do want to know, like now we're in a space where it's like dating is really crazy. You know, you have a lot of men, unfortunately, a lot of Black men that are not so much that they don't want to commit. A lot of them actually don't want to commit, but they just can't, like financially. And anybody that wants to look at the data, you can go on the United States Census, and most Black men in America do not make enough money to have a family. And on top of that, just cost of living.
No, they do have enough money to have a family if the woman is willing to chip in. But the issue is that women don't want to chip in. They want the man to pay 100% of the bills.
It continues to rise. So for me, I would just like to get some advice for you on different steps that I could take. So I can tell you just what I've been doing so far. I've been taking classes in how to critique art and how to interpret art. This is basically just my work clothes. I actually clean up really well. I could show you some photos, but this is just me like after work. And I've also been like looking at different galas to attend coming up in the year. And so for me, outside of those like controlled environments, I would just like to know from you, like let's say it's like after work or like after work hours or after hours, like in New York City area. And I think you are from New York too, because I hear in your accent, you know, I have it too. So that's what I'm saying. It's familiar.
Oh, I'm extra happy. Okay.
Yeah. Are you from Harlem, by the way?
I am from Harlem. Absolutely.
See, I knew it. So yeah, I have family members from Harlem and Brooklyn. So it would just be helpful just to get a sense of like where to go, like where to actually apply all of that good information.
What area of New York do you work in, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to say 34th Street, but what area?
I work in Friday.
You work in?
I work in pharma and media, and I work in financial district.
No. Meaning like, do you work in Tribeca, Wall Street, that kind of?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Friday Financial District. That's near Wall Street.
Oh, financial district. Okay. Oh, girl, you're surrounded by them. You should not have an issue. So,
but it's like where? Because not to me, there's a difference between like the educated Black man and then like creepy old white guy.
They don't get it.
You said, wait. You said you're attracting creepy old white.
I'm not attracting creepy old white, but I'm just saying, like for example, so I went to go do a tour at an Equinox, and the Equinox on Wall Street has like mostly like middle-aged white guys, like over middle-aged, like as old as like my dad.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you go to the financial district, how do you say, Wall Street, Tribeca, any of those areas, 42nd Street, if you look good, Nari, the men they'll be there. They will approach, they'll say something. They'll put a card, they'll give you something. So I want to ask you, Nari, how are you showing up? When you go on a Sweet Green, you're going to Chopped, you're going to Panera to get your sandwiches or your soups or your salads, wherever you're going in a coffee shop. What are you wearing and how are you showing up?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, so I'm gonna be very honest. I do not frequent Sweet Green. I usually eat like sushi or go to Chipotle because I'm just very focused. We also have a cafeteria in the building, so that keeps us locked in even longer.
That's an excuse. If she works in the financial district where all the rich men, the rich CEOs, the rich managers work, trust me, they see her. They just don't approach. Number one, maybe they don't find her attractive. I think she's pretty average. We're all average. I'm average too. For those of you who may take offense, most of us are average. That's number one. Number two, maybe they have better options. I mean, they're rich for a reason, meaning they can afford more attractive women and they have plenty of them. So if they don't see you, the same thing they tell men. If a man doesn't have women, do you know what they say? Women don't want you. So maybe the rich men don't want her. And the men that want her, she doesn't want them. Because remember, average women believe they're better than average men.
So usually when I eat, I usually go to like this place. There's like a really popular spot in financial district where there's this huge food hall with all these restaurants, and I'll go to like I'll go to get like either Japanese food or Korean food. And so as a result, I'm basically where all the other working people are at.
Okay, but I want to say this to you, Nari, and I'm saying this woman to woman so you can level up, and this goes for all the women here watching. There are always men. I want y'all to think about it like this, right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Let's say you want to buy, I don't know, a G-Wagon, a bright blue G-Wagon, right? You decide to purchase this bright blue G-Wagon, right? Now you purchase this car. You said no one else has this perfect bright blue G-Wagon. The day that you decide to get it, you purchase the car, you go out and drive it. All of a sudden, for the next 7 days, you see nothing but bright blue G-Wagons. I'm saying that to say that it's always there. The men were always there. The car is always there. But sometimes we don't see it until we adjust our focus and level up.
Nah. I see what she's saying. But if they don't see you, they don't see you. Because unlike for men, if I get money, I can get in certain spaces. If a man gets money, you can see that he has money. But for a woman, unfortunately, if the face doesn't give what it's supposed to give, there's very little you can do. Now you can be nice, but a man is not going to look at you and see, oh my gosh, she's nice. He would have to interact with you. But if he doesn't approach you, because remember, you told men not to approach. I don't know if these women know that even rich men see social media. If women are saying don't approach us, even the rich men are not going to approach because they see it, because they have so much to lose. An average man doesn't have much to lose. He will approach, he will get, put on social media. Every other women will go on him for being a stalker. But a rich man, he might lose some money and some endorsement deals if he tries to approach and the woman says he's a stalker.
That makes sense.
It does. So with that sense, you basically tell me that I stay in a bubble all day at work. So then where would you recommend me like going?
The men are everywhere, Nari. It's time for you to level up. That means you need a new outfit. Maybe you need to change up your hairstyle. Maybe you need to do a new makeup look. I'm not saying hold on, Nari. I'm not saying you're not beautiful, but I have to be real so you can get to where you need to be faster.
If you're going to be real, then you can tell her she's average looking. Why is she beating around the bush?
So what would you recommend in terms of hair? So usually, like, I wish I could just like have a picture I could like show you. So like usually when I go out, I'll take like my whole hair and just like flat iron it, and then I bump the ends. And then I usually have like my brows tinted, and I usually get individual lashes done top and bottom. I don't do strip lash.
It's not going to do
it. And what are we wearing?
Depends. If it is what, like, are we saying, like, are we going out? Is it a rooftop? Is it after work?
No. I'm saying to work. To work, are we wearing midi dresses? Are we wearing pencil skirts with a nice, shirt that we put into our pencil skirt? Maybe a nice turtleneck, sleeveless here, just a turtleneck, fitted, tucked into a pencil skirt down to the knee, and a nice
Okay.
little. Can we do that?
We can do that. So basically looking more feminine work and not like functional.
Yes, no more functional looks. To all my functional girls who are smart, I know y'all smart, y'all know all of the things, but we don't want functional, practical looks. Not saying you can't be functional and practical and still be fashionable. You can do both. But I want more style, a little bit. You don't got to do all of this now. But I want you to do a little bit more. Also,
Still gonna
are we
help.
going to the gym every day, Nari?
Realistically, no.
All right, so I want you to do that too, Miss Nari.
Okay,
All
I
right?
will not again. So I'll try to work on that, going to the gym. And then where would you recommend me going? And what actually to stay on the gym question, as far as like sizing goes, like what are you recommending? Because my stomach is relatively flat.
Okay, but still, I still will want you, Nari, and I say this with love because I don't want you to think I'm attacking you.
Okay.
Still, if you lose 10 to 15 pounds, it will still make a difference.
Okay.
10 to 15, less carbs, cutting out the red meat, drinking more water. All right, less of the sushi and the chipotle, do more of the salads and soup.
I think this is why women should get dating advice from men. And you know why? Because men are going to tell you exactly what's going to work. The first thing I would tell this lady is stop looking for rich men. That's the first thing I would be honest. Now, Ashley's not going to tell her that because we know women don't tell each other the truth. She would rather let her die in delusion, thinking because you're going to wear a dress, somehow magically it's going to attract rich men. The first thing I would tell this lady, stop looking for rich men. Point blank, period. I'll tell her, stop looking for rich men. Look in your DMs, look in your friend zone. Those are the men on your level. Start right there. Be nice to them. Try to find one who has a stable job and try to work with him. Because no one can tell me that this woman has never been approached by an average man. But I can tell you for sure she has rejected plenty of average men because she thinks she's better than them.
Okay, I need to find protein then in that. And then location wise, where would you recommend in New York to meet men of a higher caliber?
Nari, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you look good and you look put together, you won't even make it to the location. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I gave you that whole analogy. When you put yourself together, as you're going to the office,
why are you lying?
When you're leaving the office, the men in the office, as you're going to the sushi spot. This goes for all the ladies here. This is not just to you, Nari, because someone else needs to hear this. I want you to put yourself together so well that you can't even make it to your location, is what I'm trying to tell you, Nari. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, it does not make sense, Ashley. You're leading this. Now, the only good thing you told her to do was to go to the gym. I think everybody needs to go to the gym, both men and women. But if you think because she's going to dress better, that she's going to attract those high value men, because that's the target. And not at any one point, she didn't say, I'm not attracting average men. She talked about she works in near Wall Street and she's not attracting these rich men. She's going to die alone. I'm going to be honest. Anyway, shout out to Miss Mariam in the chat. Thank you for joining the show. Let's go to the next video because I can't with Ashley lying to this woman. She just can't help herself. Let me go to Fadi and review myself. I like to review myself these days. You know what? Yeah, let me do that. Because I don't know when Mart is going to come. I was waiting for Mart, but I don't know if Mart is going to pull up. All right, let's go to the motherland, Africa. I think it's from South Africa, this video. So let's do that.
Feminism movement was sidelined as Unota was still explaining. And I stopped you intentional now because I didn't give you enough time to speak. Right. Do you want to lecture us about feminism deep as a female? I want to take it away from Nota and give it to you.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I've already stated the origin of feminism. And if you ask me, feminism has helped men and it's helped women also because now men have less pressure. I mean, if we both have equal pay, if I'm getting paid 50,000 and Nats is getting paid 50,000 and we are in the same household, that's less pressure for him because men always complain about, being providers and having to he wants to interject and I hope he keeps quiet. So when
I will interject. She's lying. Just because a woman earns 50,000 and a man makes 50,000 as well, doesn't mean she doesn't want him to provide. Women literally want to make their money and save it. The saying, my money is our money and my money is my money. No, they say the guy's money is our money and her money is literally a saying women say all the time. So just because they make the same doesn't mean she wants the man to, doesn't mean she wants to go 50-50. So she's lying. She's already lying. And we just started.
If we have two pays in a household, that makes life really better for both the men and the female. So I really don't understand this anti-feminism movement against men, because that men have against women, because at the end of the day, feminism doesn't just help women, it also helps men and helps the society as well, because if we're given access to equal rights, if women have rights to own properties, right, and to do all of these things, then we have a situation where women are not dependent on men and men have less pressure. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that, we forget about the origins of the actual feminist movement.
Okay.
And that was about women's right to vote.
It was not. That was not the only thing.
That's the original suffrage movement.
Equal pay also.
No. Those came later.
Owning
because
property also.
Those came later.
No, why are you focusing on the one that you want to focus on?
I'm starting at the origins.
Okay.
Going from the start. I'm starting with the origins because it's where it started. So the sidelining of the feminist movement by the abolition movement, right, pitted them against one another. The women's suffrage movement only included white women. So the owners of land, the owners of property, the educated class, the elite, right? Their wives led that movement because they wanted more rights within their own household and more rights to determine their own lives, right? So that's where the movement originated. It would take another 106 years, right? From the time that the suffrage movement was established at Seneca Falls, right, in 1869, with Frederick Douglass in attendance, a very prominent abolitionist and one of the allies of Abraham Lincoln, even 8th Avenue in Harlem and Manhattan is named after Frederick Douglass. So when they were pushed aside from the right to vote, they then decided to make their plea more urgent than the abolition movement. The abolition movement wasn't just about abolishing slavery. It was abolishing a system which treated Black people or the enslaved class as subhuman. So they wanted human rights as well. And it would take another 100 years, right, or 99 years from the time that the Civil War ended to the passing of the Civil Rights Act. Now, the Civil Rights Act gave Black people, minorities, and other groups additional rights as well. Women benefited from that. When the abolition of slavery happened, right, Black people couldn't be kept as property anymore. And therefore, there needed to be another way to protect the elite classes' women. And that's why the suffrage movement was then supported by the elite classes' male figures, right? And therefore, you can see that the suffrage movement was about usurping the rights of Black men in particular, or Black people in general, right? So was the civil rights movement a leapfrog for women's rights to the benefit of white women. And that has also eventually culminated some 60 or so odd years later, or maybe let's say 55 years later, right? In DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which has been a way to include minorities. And guess who is also regarded as a minority? White women. So throughout all of these movements, each and every single one of these movements has always been about putting the rights of white women ahead of all the other subjugated classes. And that is the real reason for the suffrage movement, for universal suffrage also being extended to Black people as well as a concept, because now that you've given white women suffrage, at least give Black men suffrage, you know what I mean? So that they can be the heads of their Black households now that you're allowing them to be people and to have families.
Okay. I want to pause. Wait.
First of all,
I want to give you this time. Ne?
Shout out to him for breaking that down, because I think most women, when they talk about feminism, they talk about two things. We need jobs and we need to get paid and we need rights, the same rights as men. Even in 2026, when we know both men and women have the same rights, and their rights actually women have that men don't have. And some of you are going to ask, oh, Boogie, which rights do women have that men don't have? I don't have the right to go and accuse a random woman on the street for doing SA on me, but she has every right to do it on me, and I can lose my job the same day, even before I'm found guilty. So that's a right. I call that a right, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. You're not only going to respond to Nota, but you are also going to lecture us. So it's we are yours.
Yeah.
Singabako.
I think Nota mentioning that. What was it?
You don't know that
you
guy.
didn't get it.
Okay.
He's the spokesperson of correctional services.
No, Megan.
Yeah,
no,
that's
Megan.
So Nota spoke about how the feminist movement or the feminism movement supports white women, 100% correct. But now can you only imagine how bad it is for Black women, because they have to suffer gender oppression and they have to suffer from racial oppression. So you may say that, oh, okay, this was just a white woman thing and whatever you may say, but it benefited Black women because now Black women are in a position where they're able to have access to a lot of things and they are not receiving oppression as they were. So if you may think of, or we may use apartheid as an example, apartheid hit very hard on the Black community, but it hit harder on Black women because Black women, okay, how so? Because
yeah, exactly. That's a good question. How did it benefit Black women if it literally broke up the Black family? Because they put the Black man out of the house so they can get government support. That doesn't make sense.
Black women were only allowed to work domestic jobs.
Nice and easy, comfortable.
Nice and easy.
In
That's
a
not
household.
what we wanted, though. That's why we fight for gender equality. Because
that's why you
do not
fought so
feel
that your husbands could be brought up from kilometers under the belly of the earth.
Because we don't feel like the only time a woman is good is for the kitchen or to take care of babies.
I understand, but when a man is now stuck underground
and
to dig up the gold that he will never ever wear.
You know, when women are given access to things, they don't take it for granted. For example, let's look at the matric pass rates.
Mm-hmm.
How many more females pass more than males?
Yeah, it's because now they can pass with mass literacy.
No, it's not. Even men can pass with mass
let me tell you
literacy.
something.
Why aren't they passing?
Okay, why are
so
60,
my point is
hold on,
women.
why are 60%?
I'm not done talking.
60%
so
of the
my
STEM
point is
students
women
are
fought
women,
for equality,
but only
and are we
34%
using what we're fighting for? Yes.
Okay. Continue.
Thank you.
No. I just want to get you that stat.
I'm not done. So you respond when I'm done.
60% of the STEM students are women. Out of the ones that pass, only 34% are women. So they start with a cohort of 60%, right? But when it comes to now finishing their STEM science or STEM field qualifications, right? 76% or 66% of those that pass are men, even though they only make up 40% of the candidacy cohort.
Okay, it's fine. Nota has responded, but continue.
So my point is feminism did make a huge impact in the world because women have access to education and they're using that very wisely. That's why we have more women who are educated in this country. And even though women have access, it's fine with mass lids, women have access to jobs, but those jobs are low paying, meaning that the feminist movement still needs to proceed. And maybe in the next 10 years, women will be respected for their qualifications because we're still in a society where women are not respected, even though they study nursing, even though they study teaching.
I mean, choosing nursing and wanting to be highly paid.
Because they know, yes.
I mean, like, why don't you become a doctor?
Just for reference, guys, these two are from South Africa, but if they sound like they're from America, that's because their similarities, they went through apartheid and things like that. So if you hear if you hear the references and the way they're speaking, you may think they talk about America. There's a little bit of America in there because that's where feminism started, but they're in South Africa.
But doctors earn more.
Doctors earn more.
Yes, but it's harder
very brilliant.
It's harder
as
to
a
go to
black
school and
woman, it's
qualify
hard.
as a
It's actually
doctor.
harder to be accepted in universities for
How?
Okay, let's
It's
check
easier,
that.
actually. Yes, it's easier. It's much easier.
Let's check the VIX statistics.
Okay. We are deviating.
Check them,
guys. We are deviating.
We are deviating
because he doesn't want to let me talk.
Target my singing now. Young protect. We are protected. Okay. Listen, I want you to finish, so we can now, because I've got questions for both of you.
Okay. So my point is the feminism movement should proceed, and it's doing very well for the economy because now we have black women who are educated. We have black women who are in
Student
high
loan debt.
position jobs. You know what I'm trying to say? Now,
Lovely.
yes, lovely.
You know what you didn't say? You didn't say you have black women that are happy.
Yes, we have
Tell me black women are happy.
I think they're
Tell me
very.
they're happy.
There's a
Tell me they're
significant.
happy.
There's
Let me tell you
a huge.
something.
There's a
Hold on.
majority number of
You've
black
never
women
seen-
who are happy.
You've never seen a black woman on TikTok, right, in a taxi crying. But show me the ones in cars.
Because they are.
You don't see them crying in a taxi. But
Because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice.
I'm just
So
saying.
are you trying to say
They have
that
a
black
choice.
women need to be in taxis and black women need
be
to
happy,
they need to
maybe.
be so black women need poverty to be happy?
No, they need a driver. They don't need to be driving themselves.
Okay. All right.
I got it.
All right. So, okay, guys, I just need you guys to answer me on this specific question.
Yes.
2 minutes each.
Yeah.
Is from up to so far based on what you have presented, based on what you have presented,
Yes.
not what you will present.
Yes.
Is feminism a good thing or not?
It's
Yes.
a terrible thing.
I'm coming to you.
And he should give
And
us
I'll
a
tell you why.
reason why
And
it's
I'll
terrible.
tell you why.
Let's see.
And
Okay.
I'll give you only one
I'm
reason.
coming to you. I'm coming to
Listen.
you. I'll give you enough time. Nota.
Feminism is a
Nota.
bad thing.
Nota.
Yes.
Based
You
on
give me
what
2
we
minutes,
have,
right?
based on yes.
Yes.
No.
I've got it.
I'll still gonna give you a comeback. So
Yeah. Based on what we've submitted, yes.
so I wanna be fair to you. So answer me the question. Based on what we have had so far, do you think, based on what you have presented so far, do you think feminism is a good or bad thing?
Okay, I'll take it from what she has said and show you why it's a bad thing, right? She spoke about a gender pay gap, right? The gender pay gap is a complete lie. It's a complete fallacy. And guess who
It's not a
created? No,
complete
I'll
lie.
tell you why.
Okay.
Guess who created that fallacy? Feminism created that fallacy. Why did they create that fallacy, right? Because they've got nothing tangible to actually show that feminism is a good thing. Why is the gender pay gap a lie? Because the only reason that there is a gender pay gap is that the highest paid people in all of society are married men.
Men
Those
in
are-
general.
No, married men.
It's still men.
No. Married men earn the most, right? Then women earn.
They work
So in
Then
an interview or
unmarried
CV, they
men,
ask
single
you,
men
are you
earn the
married?
least. Do you understand
Okay,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
coming to you. I'll
now,
give you a time.
now, she said that you should pay men and women equally. The reason why that is foolish is because women don't have the expectation to provide for families. And if you pay a man and a woman equally, right, the woman's income will benefit her. The man's income will benefit his family. How do we prove this, right?
They say it every day.
Let me show you in a simple way, right? When a woman goes up in life, she seeks independence.
From a man.
When a man goes up in life, he seeks legacy.
To provide.
He wants a family.
Okay.
He wants children. He wants people that will depend on him. When a woman makes it in life, again, I will repeat so that you get my point. She wants independence.
Okay. Hold on.
Independence from who? Independence from who? From men. The same man. She wants independence from the same man. Yet she wants the man to pay 100% of the bills. She will make good money, but still says she doesn't want a man. She doesn't need a man. But if she meets a man, she wants the man to pay her bills. But you just told me you're independent. At the same time, honestly, I don't believe in paying everybody the same. If a woman has more skills than me, I want her to be paid what she's worth. I want her to be paid even more than me. You know why? Because that will motivate me to get the same skills as her so I can get paid what she's being paid. So I don't want everybody to be paid just because they're a woman, just because they're a man. People should be paid based on their skills and the value they bring to the company.
Yeah, you deep in your thoughts. I understand.
Mhm.
Here's your chance.
Is feminism a good
Is feminism a good or bad thing? Now, please, I want to emphasize, based on what have been presented so far, not what you will present.
Yeah, it's absolutely 100% a good thing. It promotes equality. It protects women against violence. It empowers people in general. So, in my opinion, feminism is a very good thing.
Women. Do you want to add anything?
No.
Okay, it's fine. Not how you said
people in general or women. And the last time I checked, you don't need feminism to be protected. If you have a police force, you have a military, if you have your brothers, if you have your friends, if you have your dad, as a woman, that is, you don't need feminism for that. Matter of fact, if a man is walking on the street and sees a woman being attacked by another man, 99% chance the man is going to step in to help the woman, even if he doesn't know the woman. That has nothing to do with feminism.
Quite a number of things, eh? You know what Nota says. I want you to respond to Nota, and please help me here. I want to make sense of what he said. He says that the hierarchy of things is that married men and the highest earners. Second, women. Third, single what men?
Single men.
So tell me something. Do you have a problem with this? Because for me,
I don't think.
I'll give you the chance. Do you have a problem with this, or do you think it's a good or bad idea? You know why? Because I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, here you've got married men. That means there are people he's got dependency.
A wife dependent on him.
And children.
A woman.
Okay. All right. So he's got dependency. Then women. These women, Nota did not classify or not necessarily give us details whether they are single or married. It's just that married men and then women and then single men. You understand? So we have the clear identity of the two, except this bracket, the women. So do you think it's a good or bad idea? He will clarify whether the ones in the middle are single or independent women, or who are single or married.
I don't believe there is any company where you are being interviewed for a job. They ask you, are you a married man?
Yes, they do. Every company. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. I don't think that affects.
They do ask you because married men tend to work longer hours because they got a family to provide for. And then number two, married men tend to stay longer on the job because a single man who doesn't have kids, who doesn't have any responsibility, if he doesn't like something, he will just leave the job and find a new job. But a married man tends to have more stability in terms of staying longer on the job because he got rent, mortgage, kids, so they usually don't just dump the job and move on.
That affects whether you get a job.
It shouldn't affect your pay. It shouldn't affect your pay. And actually, as feminists, women fight for equality so that a man does not have to be a provider, so that women can provide for themselves. So women can provide for themselves. So they can provide for themselves and their children. And their children.
Wait, Nota. Wait, we are protected, Kim. We are on the platform to continue speaking until you're done.
So I was saying that if women, or the reason women are fighting for equality so that they don't have to be dependent on a man, so that they can have their own paycheck, so that if Unota, for example, as the head of the household, says, baby, I'm stressed this month, this is happening, then I can say, no, don't worry, I have your back. Recently, Ubuntle Mudisela and Pretty Ugly were on Altito's podcast. Yes, and they were talking about, and I 100% agree with her because they are so. I'm not done talking. Okay. Please give me an opportunity to talk. Okay. So when you look at women like her, isn't she in such a happy relationship because she doesn't care what society says? She works hard for her money, and he works hard, and she knows that. She said something about it being seasonal. She said that this month or this term of our life or this phase of our life, I can be the provider in the house, and I don't mind that. You know, that's why we're fighting for 50-50 because I feel like if a woman is fighting for equality, she shouldn't mind having to pay the bills. And she said that, and they're in such a happy relationship. And
yeah, but majority of women want 50-50 in terms of getting paid. They don't want 50-50 in terms of paying bills in a relationship. Matter of fact, they say if a man makes the same money as them, that's not a good man. The man should be making more because they don't want a man on their level. They claim they want a man on their level, but they usually want the man to make the money and make his money and spend it on her because a man should provide, like they say. So she's lying. She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Quite interesting. She shouldn't mind paying the bill.
Yes.
Just there, but continue.
Yes. And then Pretty Ugly is just sitting there and he's just agreeing with his wife. He's just happy because he knows that he bagged a 100% good wife because when he's low, she's up for him. And that's what feminists should be fighting for.
Okay, I like the ending. You said that's what feminism should be fighting for.
Yeah.
I like that. But wait, no.
Yeah.
She said that at the end, she said that's what feminism should be fighting for.
I want to
How
respond
many
to her
women?
first.
How many women who gain independency and then behaved the exact same way Bontle is behaving?
Very few.
No. I want Nota to answer me that. Answer that question for
Let me give you a background on Buntle. Buntle has got 4.3 million followers on Instagram. Right? Does the average South African woman have 4.3 million followers on Instagram?
No.
What percentage of South African women have got more than 1 million followers on Instagram? Out of all the women?
I don't know.
Let's just say there's 35 or 34, 33 million women in South Africa. Right? There's a handful of them. You understand? It's not even 1/100%. Right? So she is a complete anomaly. And when someone is a complete anomaly, you cannot now ascribe the things that they are doing or saying to normal people or the average person because they're a complete anomaly. You understand? Another thing is that Buntle's got a hero origin story. Is it a hero origin or a villain? I don't know. Hero origin story. Her father committed suicide. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is a child that lost the only man that loved her unconditionally from the moment she was born, right? To something as tragic as suicide. Her relationship with the next father figure that comes into her life, which would be her husband, right? That's the chosen father figure that she will now bring into her life, cannot be seen as any normal relationship because she's got past traumas, right, that dictate to how she would treat this man. Now, I think the last thing that she would want is the same fate that befell her own father to befall her husband because he's too stressed or etc., etc. He's got financial pressures and everyone else. So she comes from a very unique situation that gave her the perspective that she has right
she
now.
actually said that she looks up to her mother because her mother had to do everything and be a hero for
Without her father
without her
being
father.
And now,
so we could, I think what we can say about Ubuntle is that most young Black women should actually try to be like her because then they're
I don't think that one should lose their father as a
this
mark
has
of
nothing
honor.
to this
It
has nothing to
everything
do with that. It has
everything
everything to
She
do
is
with the
proud
type of
her
woman
mother
she is.
being able to survive a husband that took his own
And
life.
I think her
right?
daughter is going to be proud that my mom is
now let me
Buntle
continue
Mudisela.
before you get completely into my mouth, right?
Okay.
Now, she does not want the same fate that befell her mother to befall her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who knows the guilt that her mother felt as well, that her parents weren't able, or her and her partner weren't able to resolve things. He wasn't able to get things together. You understand what I'm saying? Who knows the untold trauma of discovering your father having killed himself as a child, thinking that your father loves you more than anything in this world, yet he didn't want to continue life and be there with you. He's not there to walk you down the aisle. All of those things, the milestones that she's missed. She comes from a very unique position, and I think we should congratulate her for overcoming all the traumas that she has had in her life. Now, let's talk about Ricky.
That's very true. I think it's very important as people get together to really ask about where somebody comes from. Because I think sometimes people forget that when you get into a relationship, marriage, whatever the situation is, into someone, you're not just getting into a relationship with just them. You're getting into a relationship with whatever trauma they have, whatever baggage they have, their family members, their friends. You're getting into a relationship with all those people. You know why? Because those people influence the way they think and the way they behave. So if they have trauma they haven't worked on, or if they come from a crazy background, that's going to affect you. Because whoever you get with, man or woman, they're going to influence you in some way. So at the end of the day, I think both men and women need to look at who they're dating and where those people come from, their family backgrounds. Anyway, shout out to this podcast. It's from South Africa. So I'll put the link down below. Shout out to everybody watching. Let's go to the next video real quick. All right. Let's see. Let's go to we're gonna go to Lapif.
job.
So instead of look, go on both. You got it. You got it.
So we kind of explored this with the whole men and women friendships conversation. Like, we can't just be seen as people who have feelings and desires and all of this. Like, there were literal men in the comments like, what I'm supposed to do with a woman when she my friend? What we supposed to do? Go shopping? Like, what the like what why? So like women like football and basketball. You like to go to the game. Women like to go to the game too. You like to go to the gym. Listen, I gotta go to the gym in the morning. You want to go to the gym with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, the same things that you do with your guy friends. It's like you all don't see us like you see any other like guy. We're just a woman. That's what I mean. Like, we're just people.
Yeah. I think that's interesting. I think most men can't articulate why they don't feel comfortable with women friends. Like, I know because for me, I don't have female friends. And it's not because I think that I'm gonna have sex with them. Like, I can not be interested in a woman at all and not still not want a female friend. I think it's because, like, I think in general, I consider myself a masculine man and I make friends based on similarity. And I choose romantic partners based on polarity, right? So I love my woman and everything about her based on the things that we don't have in common. And I have friends based on everything that we do have in common. And I understand you're saying that, oh, I'm a woman and I like to, go to the gym, but we can't work out together. Like, I'm gonna be taking all the 75%, 80% of the weights off the entire time whenever it's time for you to go. And then when it's time for me to go, I'm gonna put all the 80% of the weights back on. Like, we don't lift the same weights. We don't have there are some women who are, probably can be close to a man as far as, what type, and it depends on the type of working out you're doing. Y'all can do burpees together and all that type of stuff. However, right, the way that most men like to work out, you can't work out with a man. And a lot of men can't work out with each other because, like, certain guys just don't lift what you lift, right? So I do get that we have some small similarities, but just the basic energy of like, yo, I like to be friends with masculine energy. I don't like to be friends with feminine energy. I like to protect feminine energy. If I'm a 32-year-old man, I can't be friends with a 19-year-old man. I can't, right? I can be a mentor. I can teach you, but I would never look at a 19-year-old boy as my peer. I just can't, right? And I just feel the same way about women. I feel like women, we are different. We're not the same. And even though me, like, I fuck with Bo. I love Bo, right? But I wouldn't like friends of like, yo, let's go hang out. Yeah. I'm not that type of person. I don't like to be around feminine energy when it comes to being a friend.
Yeah, because just because you're friends doesn't mean the woman is not gonna expect the man to pay. Because she's still going to look at it like, you're the man, be the man. Yeah, sure, we are friends, called friends in quotes, but the other man still pays. So some men, know if you're gonna, unless you guys grew up together, came from the same schools, but even then, most men know if you hang out with a woman and you're just friends, platonic friends, if something happens, she's gonna expect you to protect her. If it's going out, she's gonna expect you to pay, because how dare you split the bill 50-50 with your female friend? If in anything, you're giving her all the boyfriend energy, but that's it, without being in a relationship. But women like it because they get to benefit from that.
I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to like articulate it for you. That's not the energy that I prefer to hang out around when it comes to that type of hanging out and that type of like, of course I have women who I've worked with before who I would never want to, I would throw up if I had the thought about having sex with them, because I look at them like a sister, right? But as far as like friend, that's just not a thing for me. And I'm trying to see if I can help you understand it.
But I don't have to understand it. Like, I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm not trying to be on a like friends conversation. All I'm trying to tell you is like, you see us as anyone else. Like, we're different. That's the magic of it. That's what I enjoy. My guy friends sit up and holler and spit at the TV when the game come on. And I'm just I'm like, la, la, la. I'm just on my phone. And I'm laughing at them. And sometimes I get into the game. I'm not a sports person, but I don't have a problem like being around it. But they just treat me like I'm just a person. I don't have to like what they like. We just be hanging out like bullshitting and joking. Ha ha ha. Like men
You do that with your
undervalue
homegirls.
how like hilarious women are. And I think that women undervalue how hilarious Black men specifically are. Like y'all have so much fun and I love to be a witness to it. Y'all joke around with each other so much and it'd be so hilarious to me.
Yeah, but women get offended by men's jokes. The locker room talk, when men make jokes on themselves, women get offended. So that's why men try to make sure the women are not around them when they're making certain jokes. Because the moment a woman comes into the picture, unless she's a stat, if you guys know who a stat is, unless she's like the woman, when woman comes into a man's presence or a man's presence, men don't act the same way. I don't care how long they've known each other. There are certain things men will say to each other, but as soon as a woman comes around, they don't say the same thing. They don't act the same way.
That's the joy in it. Like we have a different type of humor than you all do. We talk about different things than you all do.
Exactly.
But when we talk, like when me and you talk in the back chat, I love that because you have a whole different perspective
But
than
you're
I
not
do.
friends.
Because you're a man. I value that. And that's really all I want from a man that I call my friend.
But
Is
you're
for
not
you to
friends.
just value my perspective. You don't have to share it, but to value, to hear it. Because like True says it all the time. He like, this is so fascinating to me that women think like this. Like he just be listening because like he just, it's fascinating. It's sometimes it's mind-boggling to him. That's all I be saying. Like, just value us as people. I get to be angry. I get to have an attitude.
Oh my
I get to be happy. I get to be bewildered at the bullshit that y'all say too. Like, I get to have these range of emotions, and it doesn't have to be here you go being a woman again. No, nigga, I'm a person.
A woman.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
Oh snap!
You are a woman.
I'm pretty sure she'll be back.
Yeah,
Right
I might have hit the button by mistake.
I wanted to say a quick thing to that because I find these type of conversations so fascinating because I feel like I used to have both perspective too. Like, why can't men and women be friends? Why can't we be in the same space? Bo, did you want to finish? Because it just knocked you out.
yeah, I don't know what happened. No, I was done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying I used to have your same perspective. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be in the same space and share that same space? And you know what? I honestly learned, I think there is more of a need for women. Like, we enjoy being around men and being in their space.
And getting that free
We
attention.
enjoy hearing their banter. We enjoy just being a part of it, right? Like, I used to be like, why can't I be one of the guys? But what I learned over time is I'm never one of the guys. It doesn't matter how cool we act. It doesn't matter like
Exactly.
how close I think we are, how much they might see us as platonic. It just never works out. Like, I do not have a true male friend at all. I've never been able to have one. They've always tried to cross the boundary at some point, and it's uncomfortable. It's like, how don't you see me as one of the guys? But I don't.
'Cause you're
I'm
not.
learning, and I've learned honestly in my 20s that men just do not view women the same way that women view men.
Because y'all are gonna get offended. But that's the point. Why should men view women as men? You are not men. Men are always gonna view you as women. If a fight broke out among men as friends themselves, they are expected to protect each other. But if you are a part of the friend group as a woman and a fight breaks out, now instead of trying to fight off the bad guys, they're going to try to protect you because the other group is going to attack you. Instead of focusing on protecting themselves, now they have to protect you and protect themselves as well.
I feel we are more open to that. And it might honestly
social creatures.
be more of like the leadership value, like where our place is naturally, right? We don't mind being around them and having fun with them and fitting into their space, but they don't really feel comfortable fully fitting into ours or accepting us into theirs, because it always feels like there is a limit to what they can be. They can't be authentically themselves. They can't really, speak how they want to and do what they want to do without it maybe being disrupted by our feminine energy. Like Mont was saying, he wants to be around other masculine energy. And unless you're a woman who naturally, I guess, has that, it might not be as
Oh my God, no, Miss Mariam, I think you're a troll. Miss Mariam is a troll. Miss Mariam is the biggest rage baiter I've ever seen. She said during game time, women need to be quiet and make sandwiches or go pick up the pizza. She's a troll. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're crazy. I guess I'm more. I guess I'm nicer than you. That's funny. All right, let's go to the real video that is in the title of the video. Let's go to that right now. Hold on. Let's get to it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right, here we go. Women want $50,000 a month to date. Crazy.
At the same time, we're all adults.
We are, but when I say it's delusional, I said it's delusional as a reality for everyone.
Right.
That it's delusional. That's not going to be the reality. That's not going to be the reality for most people.
So everyone should be mad at Beyonce, at Cardi B, at all the women who were singing their songs and they're talking about, oh, he paddocked me, he this, he that, like da 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 da. Like everyone's getting that information fed to them by everyone else, but that is their experience. They're still singing the songs. They're still being influenced by just everyone in general.
I feel like this conversation has something to do with comparison.
Yeah.
How did this start? What did I
Okay.
miss?
Play it. Run it.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's gonna be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so.
Yeah. But at least he said
What
it.
is you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
So what does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does
I'm
that
not
mean?
asking-
Ladies, take notes. Take notes because it'll work on the simp. I have a lifestyle I expect to keep. Yep.
Myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, numbers? 45, 50?
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No,
Listen.
I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on, you got a contract?
Listen.
You sign contract? They sign contracts?
But if you allow me, let's say my partner doesn't allow me to work, I am going to look at you and say, are you paying all my bills?
That's it.
Because in order for me to sit down, somebody have to pay all my bills. And not just my bills. I need extra money, because you can't give me my bill money and then I'm left with nothing.
Yeah.
I need money to stay too.
You're flat. Yep.
And that's honestly, that's what really becomes expensive, because my bills alone are already really high.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more, not just for hair and nails and stuff, but I need a little bit more because I need to be able to save and I need a backup. Because after we break up or anything happens in between me and you, I need security. And so I can find not another job, but you know what I mean? So I can get back into what I used to do before. I don't require my man to do it. Do I expect it? Yes.
And it begins.
Honestly, that was a better clip of her.
Because see how
that
y'all
was a way better clip of her.
How y'all was digging in me. Y'all was
that was a way better.
Trying to dig a grave for me.
Because she did say at the end she doesn't require it. She expects it.
I have a question.
It's the same thing.
What does the man get out of all this?
Good question.
Oh my!
No, good question.
goodness.
The girl.
Very good question.
Wait, you said what? The girl?
Huh?
That's it.
No, this is a serious question.
My presence is a gift.
No. See, you trying to set me up. I'm asking a serious question, just like as a man that does not date the top.
He's asking for
1%.
clarity.
I'm asking for clarity. Like,
I think it's stupid for a woman to say, "Oh yeah, you just get me." Like, of course, a man is gonna react to that. Like, what? Like, and especially a lot of guys were reacting to her like, "Oh, you ran through the industry, ran through you. Like, who's gonna pay that?" But she did say, right? She did say, it's not a requirement; it's expected. She did also say that she's keeping up. She does this herself. So if you want her to sit down and not work, that's why she's gonna be like, all right, then you got to pay for everything. Because if you don't want me to work, then
Get out of what do you want? What do you get from your woman?
I'm sorry. One second.
Yeah, but if a man of means doesn't want you to work, he's probably thinking you're living in his house, which means you don't have any more bills of your own. So why would he keep paying you money, $50,000 a month, if you don't have any more bills?
I heard all that.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, what do you get? No, please. She was already answering. I thought she was answering my question, but she just repeated this.
Because obviously you don't get much. You just get the woman. Like, like let's be for real. You don't get much. You get the woman. And I don't agree with that per se, right? But at the same time, like I said, like she said, for her, this is her words. If you're telling me to sit down, then that's what I need.
As a woman, I'm going to answer it.
Okay, please do.
What you get is a woman who knows how to make money, run a business. She's obviously needs a partner who can, meet her where she is. Maybe you guys can run businesses together. Obviously, she has a mind enough to bring in that income that a lot of people can't bring in. Okay. She owns properties. Obviously, I know this because this is a friend of mine. So she, again, people have properties that they Airbnb out, whatever. At the end of the day, you get someone who's not just a person that has to depend on you, which you guys complain about also. So I don't understand what you guys want from women.
But if she's asking for
but if she's asking for the man to give her money, so having property and having her businesses doesn't benefit the man. This is why the guy is asking, if I'm giving you $50,000 a month, apart from the sex, what else do I get from you? And don't say cooking and cleaning, because if I can pay you $50,000 a month to be my girlfriend, that means I have enough money to bring in a chef.
50K, then she's depending on that person.
For the 50K. She's saying that at least you have to meet me where I'm at. She didn't say, oh, you have to give me 50K a month. She's just saying, I don't want someone slowing me down. That's it. What's so wrong? What's so wrong with saying I don't want someone to slow me down?
No one ever said anything was wrong with that. I'm asking like a clarifying question.
So my question is,
what do I receive if I'm giving you $50,000 a month? What do I receive? And I'm besides sex.
Like
what am I getting?
I don't think that you're giving someone $50,000 a month. I think that, okay, if my rent is this and you require me, for example, she probably bartends. If you're telling me that you don't want me to be bartending or being in the nightlife, then where else am I going to get that percentage of my income? So I think that for certain men that she dates, maybe that just gives them the what is it? The security. All right, my girl doesn't have to be in the nightlife. And this is someone that I care about or love. So, hey, that's what they require, that person specifically. I'm not saying that this is normal for everybody that dates, but I'm just saying in her life, that's probably a reason, that's what that pays for.
I'm just asking, what do I get? I don't
Rome.
He's like, I still don't understand. You just got the girl, Rome. That's it.
I think I have an answer to that question, right?
We know you do.
I think, no, seriously. I feel like for men like us, it doesn't make sense because we don't value what she has to offer, right? The face it's just a face. Okay, there's a million pretty girls out there. That does nothing for me, right? I could care less about your clout. I could care less about people thinking, oh, you're Ayisha Diaz, that doesn't matter to me, right? But there are men out there that actually has value, right? They feel that
Maybe the
it
rapper.
maybe it makes them look bigger, maybe it adds to them somehow as a man. For some, some men think that way, right? So I think it's a situation where the piece has to fit the puzzle. We're just not the puzzle piece that fits that. You get where I'm coming from? Because we don't value what she has to offer.
But what does she have
some
to
men
offer?
do.
You don't know her. What is it that she's bringing to the table? Tell me.
She didn't say. That's the whole point. She did state what she expects from a man, but she didn't say what she's giving to that man. And this is the problem so many women have. They have a list of things men should give them. They never have a list of things they're going to give a man. Because the same woman doesn't want to be traditional, to cook and clean. The minimum that most men want from a woman is cook and clean. But when a man says that, they call that slavery. They call that it's not 1950s anymore. How can you expect me to cook and clean? I got my own job. I don't want to be a slave. So unless she tells us exactly what she's going to give a man, it sounds like prostitution for me, which I have nothing against that. I'm just saying, there's, apart from sex, what else?
You tell me, because you know her so well.
I just asked you.
Listen, he just asked you, and what I'm saying, the conclusion.
I'm saying in general, because we are not in her position. We're not in her relationship, so we don't know what she's
But the
bringing to the table.
conclusion that I'm coming to is because he's basically stating, from what I see, I don't understand what she could possibly have to offer that's worth 50,000. And I'm just telling him that maybe this is just not the situation for him, because he doesn't value what she has to offer. But there are men out there that actually value that.
And that's true.
Yeah, but she
That's
can't-
true
You get what I'm
because there's always, for women to be able to speak like that,
there's a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because she's experienced that. That's why she says it so confidently.
It's fine.
Yeah, but she couldn't keep that guy. So
that means that there is men out there that are willing to do it.
So it's kind of like
Yeah,
a
for
status
how
thing. It's
long?
like, hey, I've been with Ayisha Diaz.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not a man, but Mo, the way Mo just broke it down, I think that's logical.
That might play a part, because truthfully,
I mean, it's
I personally know guys who would probably go the extra mile, right, to sleep with her, not necessarily to be with her, right, just to say that they slept with her.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming
That's
from?
what I'm saying. So how do you get from sleeping with you to then we're in a relationship and I'm paying you 50 grand?
You know this for a fact.
That's a good
I know what's
question.
for a fact.
That you know that there are people who have gone the extra mile to sleep with her.
Well, see, that
I did.
I understand.
I said
that.
that's not what I
That is
said.
what I understand.
That's not what I said.
But that's
I said
not always the people that
that's
get
not what I said. I said I know people who would probably go the extra mile just to be able to say that they slept with her.
Mhm.
You know, this is no reflection on her. I'm speaking to
Not
the
at
other side, which is from the man's perspective. That's all I'm saying.
So you're in a relationship, right?
Correct.
Do you go 50-50?
No.
So you provide more. You have the higher percentage. And let's just be honest, you're with a big booty baddie.
No.
You're not with a big booty baddie?
Well, that first of all, you're talking about
Well,
his
okay,
girlfriend,
so
so
you're
he's not going to allow you
you're
to
with a
speak.
beautiful woman who's curvilicious and popular.
No, I'm with a woman with a good heart.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but at the end of
Love
the
that
day,
for you, sis.
but at
Love
the
that
end of
for
the day,
you.
you're with a person who's sought after, and a lot of people would probably be willing to, like, broke men don't have the same chance that a man like you have.
Well, that's not true, because not at the beginning, but there was a time in our relationship when I was going through it financially. And to be honest with you, the reason I value her so much
But she stayed
is
down.
because at the time when things were really tough for me, she was right there with me, and
So how-
and none of that mattered.
So how do we know that Ayisha doesn't provide that? Because he's saying, what do I get for that? What do I get for that? So what are you getting for being there for this woman? What do you get?
What I'm getting is the person who I've taken responsibility for now takes responsibility for me. And it's not about what I can provide. It's not about what I have. It's about me.
Okay, so when this person says, all right, you can meet me where I'm at, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not a good woman, or I'm not good to you, or I don't provide X, Y, and Z for you. So that's why I think people it's misconstrued, because just because I am at this point in my life, that doesn't mean that I don't have anything to provide to you.
Yeah, but
but she didn't say what she's gonna provide to a man. Because if you're gonna ask for anybody for $50,000 a month, which is probably in the 0.0000001% of anybody, very few people make $50,000 a month. The least you can do is to tell men what they get in return, minus the sex. minus the cooking and cleaning. Because like I said before, if a man is gonna be able to pay you $50,000 a month, he probably already has personal chefs that he pays to cook his meals and to clean his house. So unless she tells us exactly what a man gets in return, minus the sex, again, minus the beauty, because there's enough girls who look like her. What else?
I feel as though people are being like.
But when Rome asked for clarity and you said this is your friend, you didn't mention, but you didn't mention any of these things. And he asked for clarity.
Because I'm saying if we're talking,
he didn't say what is he paying for. He said, what is the man getting out of this?
Yeah, so what am I
this is what am I getting in return? And you didn't mention any of the things that I'm saying.
The people who interviewed her should have asked her that question so she could have answered.
Could have.
Right. And
But
that
she
didn't
could have
happen.
just. It may have happened, but like the most I heard was property management.
Okay, what I'm saying is she's not a person that she's not a person she's not a person that's like, oh, like I need you to pay for this and I have nothing else to bring to the table. That's what I'm saying. So not only does the woman is the woman bringing something to the table, but obviously she's a person that is can hold a relationship together for other reasons.
But why is she single? If she had a man, she wouldn't be talking about paying me $50,000 a month. Clearly, she doesn't have a man paying her $50,000 a month.
Reasons.
I'm not in the relationship, but obviously I know this is a good person. So why would I say here?
But I never said
a
she
good person.
And he
said a good person was enough. She has a good heart. She has a good heart. Everyone, Ayisha Diaz has a good heart.
She's a sweetheart.
Let's do this. Can we speak in general terms, right? Because I don't want to speak about Ayisha Diaz because I'm not speaking about Ayisha Diaz. I'm speaking about the situation.
Okay.
You understand? So can we kind of pull it away from the Ayisha Diaz of it all and let's speak to women that have this expectation?
Yeah, Jada's just defending her friend.
Because I strongly believe that when Rome is asking, what do I get from this? He's not speaking specifically of Ayisha Diaz, but he's speaking in a situation like this, where this is the expectation of the woman. What am I getting in return?
So when you enter a relationship with a woman, are you getting abused or something? Like what is happening? Like when for example, like, no, I'm serious. Like when you enter a relationship with something, obviously they have that nurturing or that loving thing that attracts. What? Then I don't know. I think that's stupidity then. Because if you enter in a relationship with someone who's cold hearted and is just like, oh, give me the money, I don't think that's reality.
And but
you know why she's failing to answer the question? Because there's nothing a man gets in return minus the sex. I'm sure she really wants to say the sex, but she doesn't want to say it because then to look like prostitution. We know what the man is giving. The man is giving up the money. What does it get in return? She doesn't want to say because there's nothing.
See, but in these days and times, like, let's be honest.
Well, I don't know about that.
People put up a facade, and although people pretend to be this and be that, and then what happens is once you guys get locked in and then they get comfortable, and then the truth comes out.
It's tested.
You know, I mean, it's funny you say this because if that's the case, then I could say then women are stupid because you constantly speak about women getting abused by men or getting done wrong. I mean, is it because they're stupid that they're in these relationships?
Maybe.
There it is.
That's what you've come up with. Then all right.
No, I'm actually speaking in relation to what you're saying. If you're saying that, why would a man get into a situation like that? You constantly speak from this perspective of women getting done wrong by men. So, okay, so why would they get into those relationships?
Ayisha just had a conversation. She's like, I'm going to be married. But she said she was proposed to 4 times and that she would never be in that lifestyle that Ayisha Diaz is in. But at the same time, why are you not married then? Why? Say it. Say why.
Because of my own doings.
So you're the problem.
I could say that. I have been the problem, yes.
Okay. Well,
and that's why you go to therapy and work on yourself and, become better.
I'm like, she didn't even expect you to say that.
She did.
I'm just saying. I'm just going off my own experience.
So
yeah.
Like, why are you being accountable? We're women. We're not supposed to be.
Yeah, she wasn't expecting her to be accountable.
Like, I've learned from my mistakes. I'm sorry.
Okay, Amanda, what in your relationships, are you the problem?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Amanda's a baby still. she gotta experience life a little bit more.
I mean, that's very general. Have I been the problem sometimes? Am I the problem overall? I don't think so.
How was that general? She said the first one wasn't general.
No, yeah.
Is that crazy to you?
Okay, so in your
because I will say no, but if
of course, all right.
I will say no, of course, but I'm like, there's plenty of situations in past relationships that I can say I've been the problem. They've been the problem. Different things overall. Like That's a I don't know.
It's
That's
like
a different question.
maze of like non-accountability. So
What?
just no.
Well, we
No,
know
not
you've been the
really.
problem, Rome, 'cause
Absolutely.
okay, so how about you? Have you been the
In
problem?
relation,
Exactly.
in
Go ahead.
relationships, yes, I've contributed to the issues as well.
Absolutely.
Right. So sometimes it just longevity is not just based off of the person who it's a two-way street. So it's like, and a lot of times, I'm sorry that I'm gonna say this, but a lot of times the men be the problem.
No, what?
The men be
She hates men. You know, she hates men. We see she's literally supporting men to just give women $50,000 a month just because. Anyway, shout out to 8 at the table. Shout out to you guys watching. Like the video. I got more videos for you guys. So let's keep cooking. What else do I have for you to review? Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's see where we're gonna go next. Yeah, Miss Miriam, they always think they're perfect angels who do nothing wrong. And you know, they do nothing wrong, and men are always the issue. Oh yeah, let me review myself. I promised you guys I was gonna review myself here on Buddy's channel. Let's go there. Where is that? Okay, here.
And I think that women do trust their own judgment, but I think the problem is they realize that they made poor decisions. Like, I think women will tell you to do what they want, but they don't really know what they need. I think we know what they need, and I think women, they need a man that knows what they need because they just know what they want.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah. So like, let's say you,
on this part, and this is actually the balancing game that men can't figure out. Women like to be controlled to some degree, right?
Yeah.
In my head, it's like woman like a hot cube of ice. Like, what does that mean exactly? Women like to be controlled to some degree. Can you?
Yeah, when I say that, I mean they like to be controlled the right way. Like, so it's a difference between being a tyrant, right, and just kind of giving a woman guardrails. I think women understand that they don't understand. Women need guardrails, and you have to give them guardrails. And I think that they, once you actually are in a relationship with that woman, that she'll feel comfortable with those guardrails and she'll understand them. Women may act like single women may act like they don't want any guardrails, but we see that they end up just not happy. Making decisions that long term are not good decisions. So that's, if that makes sense.
But I think what Fatty a lot asking is, do you think do women like being controlled, or do they actually like giving men the illusion of being controlled if they get what they control by giving you that illusion? You think you control her, but she's actually getting what she wants, so she gives you the illusion as if you're controlling her, because you can't really control the woman. So and it's funny that the women will tell you can't control her either. She ain't gonna be nobody's slave. She ain't gonna be nobody maid. But then all of a sudden, men think a lot of men actually think they control their woman. But a lot of times when she's in a position that she wants to be, a lot of women know how to give those men the illusion of being controlled.
Well, Ali, that's the thing, right? When it comes to control, nobody can control anybody, which is why we submit to people. If I control you, it's because you've given me control. You submitted to me. Like a man can submit to his woman.
No. That's not what I asked you.
Okay.
A lot of times when those women are submitting and allowing themselves to supposedly be controlled, are they usually getting what they want or not getting what they want?
Is the woman getting what they want?
Yeah, what it sounds is that you are saying that she determines what good leadership and good control is. She's the one deciding the parameters. If you treat her the way she likes, yes, you can lead. You are a good leader. And as soon as you start doing things that she doesn't like, you can't lead me because you're not leading me the way that I want you to lead. Like,
it's not even a leadership more so than it's the man. She has to like the man that's doing it. So she, first and foremost, the man that's trying to control her or give her anything has to be a man that she likes and respects. A man she don't like and respect, that's going to be a permanent acting thing and whatever. It's only there for the for her benefit. Now, the guy she actually likes, you guys are correct, because every man has a expiration date if a woman wants it to be that way, because there's always another man waiting in the wings, right? So understanding that, It's just that first and most importantly, where most dudes mess up is they get a chick that don't really like them, right? And now they're trying to beg and plead with her and give in order for her to act like she's acquiescing. When, like I say, she's only there for whatever it is she has the benefit, and then she's truly controlling the relationship because she's only there, and that man's willing to give her whatever she wants in order to maintain her.
I don't like when men talk about she doesn't really like you or find a woman who really likes you. Because what does that really actually, what does it look like? What does it mean for a woman who actually really likes you? What I mean by that question is she can literally pretend that she likes you because she wants something from you. You know what I mean? So when a man says find a woman who really likes you, I would rather you say find a woman who doesn't use you completely, because every person is going to use everybody. Like men and women, we use each other for something. We want something from each other. So I would rather you tell a man, find a woman who reciprocates rather than a woman who likes, because a woman could like you and do nothing for you, but she's there when you want her to be, but she does nothing for you. It doesn't mean she likes you. So I don't like when they say the word or the statement, find a woman who likes you.
Question, Fantastic. Do most women marry the man they like or the man they need?
The man they need.
Good question. Marry?
Yes, married. Like the last,
married?
married. Like let's assume this.
Married would definitely.
This is let's go with this, Fantastic. This is the average 30-year-old woman. Average age of marriage, 30. She was outside. She went to college. All these. Now she's 29. She's seen her mortality. She's trying to get yes. Is she marrying the man she likes or the man she needs?
She likes. At 30, she likes.
No,
definitely.
Nope.
At 30, it's the man she likes.
No,
I don't agree with you, Fantastic.
You cannot agree, but I'm telling you, at 30, she's still around. Like I said, that's the average age for everybody. So she's still moderately attractive or whatever, and she has options or whatever. And that man isn't as they're going to be the same age, right? It's male and female.
Yeah, that's almost close. So
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the man's not making a lot of money, so the man doesn't have a lot of money to offer. So it can't be money.
I think he's the opposite, right? I think men marry the woman they like. That woman probably is the woman of their life.
Always.
I think that woman, the man of her life, is in the past.
That's why
she's now marrying the man that she needs. The man, the responsible man, the man with a nice job, the man with a nice career. The woman that gets married at 22, I will give her that. The woman that gets married at 30. Now what? Let me ask you this. Do you think a woman that marries at 30 with the man that she got, do you think there's the man of her life, or you think she's thinking about the man that she lost in 2021?
No,
when she was 25?
That's the man of her life, because Fatty, like I said, 30 is still young, bro. 30 is still young. That's why the average, you can't say no. You can't say no.
I will explain.
It doesn't matter how you try to explain it, because the average age for marriage, the starting point of it is 30. So no matter what you try to explain, it is young. We're talking about marriage.
So you don't agree in 1 second, so you don't agree in alpha fucks, beta bucks? You don't agree you don't 1 second. You don't agree that the woman will fuck the 6'5" Mr. Fantastic when they are 21, 22, and they go for the handsome guy and for the guys they really like, and then they will pull up at 30 to marry the guy that they need, meaning the guy with structure, with the 401k, with the retirement, with the insurance, that they might not like as much as they like Fantastic, but they do it because they need some safety net.
Hold on before you answer that. I think that's the key right there. Do you think the woman, if she gets with a man earlier and gets with a man, she gives her youth away, that's the guy she actually likes, versus the man that gets her when she gets older? If you can put that together as well too, because Fatty's saying, hey, that dude that she actually liked, maybe it was when, but hold on real quick. She was giving her best to the man she liked when she was younger, and then when she gets older, the other men get the rest of it. But when you really think about it, if we can even bring youth into play, if the woman settles down with a man when she's younger, that's a great indicator of the fact that this woman probably likes this man, actually likes this man, versus a woman who settles down when she's older, and she's only settling down because she got older. Because Mr. Fantastic, with that 30-year-old woman, if she didn't age the way she ages, if she still looked the same way like she was 20, you think she would settle down?
No, man, that's what I'm saying, Ali. So what I'm saying is, across the board, all races, all genders, the average age is like 29 points something. We'll just say 30. People don't get married younger than that just in mass, period.
But they should be.
Marriage under 25 is rare, right? And it's more doomed to fail. So what I'm saying is,
yeah, because most people who get married nowadays don't come from married households. Nobody taught them what marriage is about. Nobody told them to date with intentions. It's after they get tired of the streets and later, and usually women only get married after they find a man who's willing to help them pay the bills. No woman gets married to go into a relationship to do 50-50, to go into a marriage to pay 50-50 bills. They usually get married when they know the man is going to pay at least 60 or 70% majority of the bills in the house. Because remember, she's going into his house. So she expects him to pay all the bills when she started paying her own bills.
I got married in my 30s too. That's true.
Both of them.
No, fantastic. What I'm asking you that okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is both of them still have enough youth and enough whatever playing around college years, whatever early 20s, to where she's not going to be too far away and degraded. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I say 30. If you're saying 30, yes, she's still getting the man that she has a desire for and she wants. That man does not have enough need. He does not have enough capital. He doesn't have enough money. He's not established enough to say that's the case. Now, when we move, the further we move away from 30, y'all got it. I'm not arguing at all. It's definitely needy. But at 30, and that's the age for both genders, I'm saying both of those people are coming in with, I like you. Ali, think about it, right? People don't just get married. They've been in a relationship for, what did it say to say, at least 3 years? You know what I'm saying? And whatever, and then it elevates and escalates and so on and so forth. So they've been dealing with each other still at 27. They just now finally get married at 30 because of the familiarity and the compatibility and all these different things. So I'm not saying y'all are wrong. Most women still marry in the needy stage because that's just a starting age. I think most people, you know what I'm saying, especially knowing the divorce rate, right? So when we start talking about the further away she gets from 30, oh yeah, that's desperation all day. But for when she at 30, she still has enough youth and enough attractiveness, and that man is youth too, and it can't be for the money. He just don't have it yet.
But who would you? That's only true if before she became 30, let's even 27, from all the way from 18 to 27, she didn't meet any good man. But no one can convince me that from the age 18 to age 27, because he said most people, stay together for at least 3 years before they get married. So let's pretend at 27. A woman meets her future husband at 27. They date for 3 years, get married at 30. From age 18 to 27, that woman met some pretty good men, but she wanted to be in her free phase, in the street phase. Let me do whatever I want to do. Let me be in the streets and get married later. Because that's even parents push that. Parents push their daughters to just live life. Don't try to be committed in any relationship. Live life, go to school, find a job, get married later, have babies later. So between 18 and 27, she met some good men that she didn't want to get married to because she was too young. By the time she gets to 27, and maybe some friends are already getting married, she's going to get married to the first guy who has some kind of stability. So she just needs to get married. It's not because she likes the guy so much.
You think the woman liked the most? The man she was dealing with in her youth, or the man she dealt with when she was older? Is the main question.
Y'all got that. She was doing it. She loved that. She loved the fun. I'm not saying he's getting the best or the freshest. I'm just saying in that realm, if we talking 30, and that's even the highest age group. I think Asians. The highest marriage rate. Asians like 28 point something, right? So even them, we know they're extremely marriage minded. I'm just saying that at that age, it's more so on the level, and it's not, the need isn't the greatest thing. I'll say it's like 60-40 want versus need.
So you're saying at 30 is the cutoff. After 30, then it's just gonna be all the way need. Because in my opinion, I believe if you meet a woman, let's say, Mr. Fantastic, you met a woman today and she's 30, there's a high chance, probably 99% chance, she already met the man she was supposed to be married to. That's why I tell men that if you meet a woman who's 30 plus, sometimes even 28, what makes you think that all the good men, the tall, the rich, the nice guys, the bad boys, everything, she couldn't keep them, but what makes you think she's going to keep you? That's why I believe what Fadi was saying. At that point, that's a need, because there's a chance, a high chance, because many have been hitting on this woman since she was 16? She has met all types of men. that she couldn't keep them around, or they couldn't keep her for whatever reason. So by the time she's 30, and then she's decided, you know
He's
what,
cooking. Who's
Mr.
that guy?
Fantastic, we've been dating since we're 27, we're now 30. She has met men before you. Now, if she was a virgin, I would say, okay, that's a like, she likes you. But if she has met different men, slept with different men, and then at 30, she decides to settle down with you, it's not because she likes you. Because remember, women are very calculative. She does the math. Okay, if I don't get married to Mr. Fantastic, okay, he doesn't have all the money I need. Should I keep playing the chess? Should I keep playing in the casino and hoping that maybe I'll find Boogie when I'm 35 and he has more money than Mr. Fantastic? They do this math. So by the time she decides to settle down with you for marriage, that's
put
not
y'all cash
because she likes you. There's none of math. Because all the men before you, she could have settled with them if she really, unless you're saying before 30, she didn't like any of those men, and you are the Prince Charming.
So Boogie,
who is this guy? What's this guy's name? You guys know this guy? You need to send him. You need to tell him to come to my show, man. This guy was cooking.
Fantastic. I'll leave you the chance to reply, right? I just want to say this, like the cryptid situation, kind of clowning kind of it. That's not rare. This is not rare. Like I will get married and they go back to the guy that I really like and on him is very prevalent. Like everybody on this panel that has ex-girlfriends, they know they circle the block. Either they have men or not, either they're married or not, they have kids or not. They always lurking, they always looking, they always try to get their back blown and go back to their husbands. My thing is this, Fantastic, right? This is a situation that we are accompanying right now about the fake doctor, the Dr. Fontaine, Sarah something, right?
Yeah.
The girl that
Fontenot.
she looks like she's Asian, but she's black and all that. And she's making a big spectacle out of marrying that man and his pictures and everything. Ali has a video of her a few months before she got proposed, literally on a studio where a man is talking about his dick size, and then he pulls the phone and he shows her that. Literally, right? I guarantee you, the man that she likes, that she married, and that man that she married is a very extremely successful, very tall man and all that. I guarantee you, the man she's more attractive
she made him wait.
to the man that was on that studio, full of bling, being a bad boy, showing her picture, then she actually was attracted to the guy that she married, because you don't see the genuine, you see what I'm saying, the giddiness, like you don't see it with the dude. She talking like, when they are together, the man talking like a hostage and the woman talking like she's making a decision that is kind of more calculated than it is, because I actually want him and I need him. So I would say this, right?
And she made him wait. She was dating two guys at the same time, making made one guy wait for sex until marriage, and that's why the guy proposed, so he can start clapping them cheeks. If you guys know, he was talking about the chick who goes viral. I think her podcast is called It's Giving Podcast. I reacted to her before, but that was the situation. But at the end of the day, guys, if a woman gets to 30, I can guarantee you she has met and been approached by all types of men: tall, rich, white, black, Asian, broke, hood guys, gangsters, good men, good jobs, good careers, all types of different men. But if she couldn't keep those good men that she met before she got to 30, what makes you think she's going to keep you? So at the end of the day, if she's with you, that's because, she's calculative. She just wants a stable guy. It's not because she really likes you and she's madly in love with you. It's because at this point in her life, she just wants a stable man. Doesn't mean you're going to do anything extraordinary. That was my point. And Mr. Fantastic was wrong. But anyway, shout out to Fadi and Ali and Mr. Fantastic. All right. Anyway, guys, I think that may be it. Let me see if I have any more videos. Give me 1 second. Shout out to you guys for joining me today. Been cooking for 2 hours now. Let me see if I have anything left real quick. Otherwise, I think I may have finished everything that I was supposed to review. I could be wrong. Let me see.
Yeah, that's it. All right. All right, guys. I'll be back. Thank you for the support. I keep dropping videos, so you know how that goes. Keep supporting your boy. Road to 10,000 subscribers very soon. Till next time, you may see me jumping on any other panels that are open right now. So, peace.